What's good, Cosmo Collective? Welcome back to Eternity Tarot. I'm Eternity, and in today's reading, we'll be exploring what cycles are incomplete for alignment with your future spouse. Pretty exciting. I created this reading topic because I felt like in the Tarot Pick-A-Card space on YouTube, the questions with regards to future spouse readings weren't always the kinds of future spouse readings that were bringing us closer to alignment with our future spouse. And I wanted to craft a question to ask Spirit so that we could get you on your way to being closer to your future spouse or long-term partner, and so that you could know for yourself whether you were closer into proximity with your future spouse, or if it was a little bit of a longer journey ahead for you, because you'll be able to assess based on whatever pile resonates with you if that's a period of your life you've already gone through, one that you're going through currently, or if you can see it on the horizon for yourself. So as always, this is a timeless reading, which means even though the video is titled Future Spouse Fridays, whenever you resonate with this, whenever you find it, hopefully there's a message here for you. And then, of course, this is always a collective reading as well. So take any messages that resonate for you. And remember, if they don't resonate for you, maybe it's time to leave them behind, use your discernment, and allow them to resonate with someone else. As always, the timestamps are going to be down below if you want to just skip right ahead to your reading. And for those of you that haven't done the pile selection yet, we're going to get into the pile selection now. If you chose the card in the thumbnail with the pink border or the World card, pile 1 is going to be your reading. If you chose the card in the thumbnail with the blue border or the 3 of Wands, pile 2 is going to be your reading. If you chose the card in the thumbnail with the purple border or the Queen of Swords, pile 3 will be your reading. Now that you've selected your pile, whenever you're ready, I'll meet you at your reading. Pile 1, if you chose the card in the thumbnail with the pink border or the World card, this is your reading on what cycles are incomplete for alignment with your future spouse. Let's get into it. Messages for pile 1. What cycles are incomplete for their alignment with their future spouse or long-term partner? Spirit. Messages for pile 1. What cycles are incomplete for pile 1? Okay. First 2 cards we have the Lovers and the 8 of Cups. So I'm seeing already, pile 1, there are certain choices you're refusing to walk away from at this time that Spirit wants you to choose correctly to walk away from. So maybe you're making active mistakes that you know are mistakes. Maybe you're choosing to stick with someone who you know isn't the person you're going to end up with. Maybe you're choosing to stay in a toxic relationship. Maybe you're also choosing others over yourself. And going in the direction of self-abandonment rather than just cleanly, heavily choosing yourself and moving forward in alignment with that. I'm also getting a message that some of you may be people-pleasing or just holding on to general bad habits that are keeping the cycle incomplete for you to move into the next phase that allows you to be walking towards your future spouse. And then we have the 5 of Swords. So that's confirmation already. It says literally in this card, this situation doesn't serve you. So I'm getting for you, pile 1, that you already know what you're sort of holding on to, what choice you're making and refusing to let go. I'm getting that this could be a karmic relationship or attachment, a soul tie. Really, Spirit is saying you're choosing attachment over love, and this is why the cycle is incomplete for you to align with your future spouse. Until you detach from this and from these self-sabotaging traits and habits, because unfortunately that's what they become, you won't be moving towards your future spouse at all. And that's why it says this situation doesn't serve you. Messages for pile 1, 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so that message is pretty clear for you already, pile 1. It's basically saying you're not doing the work. And what is the work? The work is making the tough choices and choosing when to walk away from relationships or people that force you in a position of people pleasing, that force you to choose them over yourselves, that force you to choose literally situations that are not serving you. You're not doing the work, and Spirit is saying until you step into alignment and do the work to walk away from those, to find your boundaries, to choose yourself over others, to prioritize your needs over others, to not allow yourself to be walked all over, to no longer people please, to heal childhood trauma, to heal adult trauma. Until you choose to actively engage with your soul's work, you are out of alignment with your future spouse. And if you're wondering why you can't move forward, it's because you're resisting and avoiding. I wouldn't be surprised if the 7 of Swords shows up for you, pile 1, because the message here is pretty clear. Let's take some clarifiers. Clarify the Lovers and the 8 of Cups upright for pile 1. What cycles are incomplete for their alignment with their future spouse or long-term partner or true love? Clarify the Lovers and the 8 of Cups. And just so you know, pile 1, these are going to be much shorter readings than usual because, to be quite honest, I'm feeling a little exhausted today, and I just wanted to prioritize getting your message out to you. Even though recording was a little bit difficult today, a little bit exhausting, and all of my technical equipment was giving me hell. So if the setup looks different, if the audio sounds different, that's why, but just focus on the message today. So clarifying the Lovers and the 8 of Cups. Come on now, confirmation. That is being clarified by the Tower. So Spirit is literally saying, we have instigated the Tower moment in your life probably several times. Spirit said several times. As soon as I said that, Spirit said several times. So Spirit is saying, even if you're resisting this choice to walk away, we're going to keep sending you Tower moments until the situation, whichever of those storylines resonates for you, pile 1, until the situation becomes untenable to the point that you have no other choice but to walk away. They said it's not optional because we know your desire is for true, reciprocal, balanced love that keeps you in equilibrium and heals and balances your nervous system, and not the opposite. And just because you are in a moment where you're settling for what you're getting now doesn't mean we don't hold you to your higher self, and it doesn't mean that we will settle in our intentions over your life. Clarify the 5 of Swords upright, please, Spirit. Okay, literally 2 candles went out and got a little wax on my Judgment card. But come on, Major Arcana. Y'all saw that. Y'all saw how it came out. Judgment card. So Spirit is literally clarifying the 5 of Swords, which says this situation doesn't serve you. Oh my goodness, my whole deck just fell out. When I tell you, pile 1, it has been such an effort to get to your reading, to get to this whole reading, and I'm feeling called to talk about it more, pile 1, because it's almost like Spirit is trying to tell you, pile 1, to realize and recognize how much effort this is taking for you to stay attached to what's not serving you. It's so much effort. It's tiring. It's exhausting you, and that's why Spirit is saying this situation isn't serving you. And that's why you've got the Tower and the Judgment card, because Spirit is saying, make the judgment call, make the judgment call, to stop going back to that situation, or to stop being a part of that situation, or to stop engaging with that situation, pile one, because it's not serving you. Now they're telling you to take accountability, pile one. Take accountability of your part in this. Take accountability for your attachment to this. Take accountability for why you haven't divested from this. So not just because they want you to be responsible for it, sure, of course, but because they want you to move forward. Spirit is saying none of this is moving forward. I wouldn't be surprised if we also get the wheel in reverse for you, pile one. Okay, Spirit is saying your judgment call, maybe you're staying with someone you know who's cheated. Maybe you're like, oh, maybe they'll change, or this is their third time cheating on me, but they apologize. That's a message for someone. Spirit is saying, you know, they're not going to change. You know that this has broken you and done some sort of disservice to you. So it's time to walk away, because there is no balance here. You know, there can be no balance because you no longer have trust in this relationship, or this person, or these people in your life, or this job. You no longer have trust. And if you don't have trust, you no longer have safety in this connection. So take accountability, make the judgment call, and it's time to walk away. Let me light these candles again. Not me about to set myself on fire. Oh, that was a message. Spirit literally just told me, as I said that, they said exactly. They said exactly. Oh my goodness, my camera's moving and everything. Spirit said, don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm, pile one. Come on, message. Come on, message. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles upright for pile one. What cycles are incomplete for pile one's alignment with their future spouse, long-term partner, or their true love? Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, Spirit says, say upright. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles upright. Spirit said, take this one. Two of Wands. Yeah, Spirit is saying you're trying to work and collaborate with someone. You're trying to work and collaborate with someone where there's two different diverging paths, or two different fundamental intentions here. And for the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which means this is literally keeping you up at night. This is disrupting your sleep. This is causing you insomnia. Maybe you can't sleep because you're too busy thinking about what you found in that phone, or whether you should stay or you should go, or you feel guilty even though you ain't done nothing wrong, or maybe you have done a little bit wrong because you were just reacting you know, suddenly with your gut reaction. But all in all, Spirit is saying you're trying to have collaboration with someone who is on a completely different path and has, frankly, they don't seem to have as much attachment to you as you have to them, pile one. And I'm getting from this message, pile one, that they're with you because of the convenience you provide. Spirit is literally calling me to use the word hobosexual right now. Some of y'all in with y'all future spouse, or in alignment with your future spouse, or moving towards your future spouse, or true love, or long-term partnership, because you're busy with that hobosexual. Tell him to get the fuck... Sorry, I got a little intense, y'all. I'm tired, so the message is coming in quick. Spirit said, tell him to get the fuck on and go find a job, if that resonates with you. Because sometimes Spirit doesn't have kindness for us. Sometimes Spirit doesn't find the most softest, gentlest way to say the message. Sometimes they just trim the fat, cut directly through the meat, and tell you what you need to hear. So if that aligned with you, you know who you are, and let that person go, okay? Also, that was gendered for some reason. If it doesn't resonate for you with that gender, that is okay. None of my readings are meant to be gendered. None of them are committing to a certain storyline with certain genders unless Spirit says otherwise. I'm also getting a very restless energy with that Nine of Swords reverse. Spirit said restless. Spirit said, like, this is creating a sense of insomnia for you, but also I'm getting like an antsy, like this kind of anxious, like your body isn't even at rest, pile 1. Let's take a couple more tarot cards just to broaden the story a little bit more. But again, this is going to be a much shorter reading than usual. What cycles are incomplete for pile 1's alignment with their future spouse, long-term partner, or one true love? What cycles are incomplete for pile 1's alignment with their future spouse, Spirit? Is the deck upside down or right side up? Okay, Spirit said take that upright. Death. Yeah, so I'm also getting for you, pile 1. I'm getting for you that some of y'all are with people you know you should have been left. Some of y'all are in places, y'all know, I'm just reorganizing my deck because I don't know what is going on. When the deck fell, oh, that's a message. When the deck fell, it just completely threw everything into chaos and disarray. Come on, you can't tell me that ain't a message for you, pile 1. So when I see the death card, I'm getting that y'all are refusing to let something die. And Spirit is saying you're an active participant in this, okay? Spirit isn't saying that person isn't leaving you alone. That job isn't leaving you alone. That family member isn't leaving you alone. Spirit is saying you keep going back to them, or you keep engaging with toxicity, or you keep dragging it out, or you go, oh, I miss them, and you keep reaching out knowing how badly they've hurt you, knowing this ain't in alignment for you. And yes, I'm speaking to this primarily in the romantic lens, but Spirit also told me this with regards to someone's career. It's like you keep engaging with your career going, oh, but it's so hard, the job market's so hard right now, or, you know, I better stay here. Knowing Spirit has called you to leave this opportunity behind. Knowing Spirit has told you and already confided in you that this isn't an opportunity at all. This is a prison for you. And Spirit is saying that is transforming. That is transforming. My goodness. Because Spirit is saying that's not an opportunity at all. That's just chaos. This is just chaos. And that was the other message Spirit told me to tell you. Some of you in my Cosmo Collective have spiritual gifts. Some of you guys are very attuned to your alignment and tapped in with your intuition and have a direct line to Spirit. So some of you know for a fact Spirit has called you to move differently in your life. And yet, let's let the motorcycle go by. And yet you're choosing not to honor that message. And so going back to what we saw in the tarot cards earlier, this is also about someone who's not choosing to walk away from life as they know it. You're pretending like you don't have spiritual gifts and intuitive nudges, like you don't have the universe, God, source, higher powers voice in your ear constantly guiding you. You're trying to ignore your divinity and your connection to the divine. And Spirit is saying, how are you going to manifest true love if source is all true infinite love? How are you going to manifest your soulmate, your true love, your life partner, your future spouse, if you cannot honor me, the voice of true love, talking to you, guiding you to that person? That's a message for some of y'all too. Messages for pile 1. What cycles are incomplete for their alignment with their future spouse? Messages for pile 1. Now my legs won't numb. Oh my goodness. You guys see how these cards keep moving with you guys? Like, I don't know what that is. There's such an energy on it. Come on. Come on, Hermit. That's confirmation. That's literally confirmation. And when I see these two cards together, I always get so taken aback by how similar the Hermit and the Death card look in this deck. Spirit is talking to someone specifically who is not honoring their divine gifts and intuition. Spirit said it's time to take some time for yourself. That's also for those of you who are refusing to leave a situation behind that's not serving you. Spirit is saying you think it's better to be together than to be alone, no matter how this person or this environment or this family structure is treating you. And that's not the case. The only reason you feel that way is because you, in trying and seeking out connection with these people in this community, in this environment that doesn't serve you, you are abandoning yourself. And so to be alone is the ultimate fear for you, Pile 1, because you've already left you behind, and you're worried that if you go hermit mode and go within yourself, that there's not going to be anyone there. But there is someone there, because we are always connected, always tapped into source. And further, you will find yourself there, and you have walked this journey with yourself longer than anyone on earth will ever and has ever walked this journey with you. You've been with yourself through the ups and downs. You got yourself through them. You carried on another day. So you shouldn't be scared. And that's what Spirit said is transforming. We already saw the tower arise for you in the earlier part of the reading. So Spirit is saying, don't worry. The breaking of the cycle, or the completion of the cycle, is inevitable, and it will come with transformation, and you will not fear being alone. You will not fear being in your own company. You will not fear waiting in a cleared space. You will not fear this, because we are going to transform you in such a way that this is the only reality, but this will also be the most peaceful reality, because the reality is this: chaos, staying in chaos just so that you don't feel like you're alone, isn't resolving anything for you. It's making you self-abandon more. It's making you more comfortable with self-abandonment. And get this, it feels worse than being alone. Messages for Pile 1. What cycles are incomplete for Pile 1's alignment with their future spouse? Come on, the lovers. Oh my goodness. I just got such a huge energy on this card for you, Pile 1. So we have the lovers. Literally, Spirit is saying, once that cycle, I'm adjusting. Once that cycle, did I just move the freaking camera again? Oh my goodness. This reading is going to be interesting on my channel. Spirit is saying, once that cycle is incomplete, once you become comfortable enough to walk away from things that aren't serving you, to be alone and to find your own alignment in meditation, in your own resolutions, in your own peace of mind, in your own divinity within yourself, then the choice for love and the true love reveals itself. It comes in. Earlier in the reading, we saw the more traditional definition and the more traditional interpretation of the lovers show up very clearly, which is the lovers as a representation of major choices within your life. But now we've gotten to the second half of your reading, Pile 1, and Spirit is showing you, once you've made that choice, you chose yourself, you choose to move towards yourself and move to your highest alignment despite any other person's reservations. Once you chose to let go of what's not serving you and choose yourself, then the lovers was able to come in with its more popularized interpretation, which is a true partner, a true soulmate comes in here. And you saw it. It's not like I'm making it up. Let's take 2 more cards. Final messages for Pile 1. Oh, come on, Major Arcana, Judgment Call. So Spirit is saying, and when that lover comes in as it's meant to come in, now you have the power. Y'all saw these 2 came out, 3 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. I'm not going to take them, but we're just going to note that they came out. Big 3 energy for you. Oh my goodness. Pile 1, Spirit is saying, then that person comes in and you can do what? You can make a judgment call, Pile 1, and you can choose and assess with clarity whether this person really is who they say they are, who they're meant to be, and who you feel and intuit they are. Oh my goodness. Okay, Major Arcana. Spirit is also saying this This will also allow you to heal hidden traumas. And also Spirit is saying, these are more like clarifications of who and how this person come into your life. Spirit is saying you'll be able to make a judgment call and really powerfully assess if they are what you're looking for. But also as they come in, they're going to come out of hiding, for one, with this moon card, and reveal themselves to you. But further, in them revealing themselves to you, this is going to cause you, or cause them to reveal, how do you want me to say this, Spirit? Cause them to reveal parts of yourself you hadn't even known, because you never gave yourself the time and space to explore yourself on your own. Beautiful. Pile 1, I'm not going to take any oracle cards today. As I said, this is a pretty brief reading. Very beautiful reading for you. I cannot believe that all the tarot clarifiers came out as major arcanas today. I hope you enjoyed your reading. It was such a pleasure to read for you, as it always is, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Pile 2, if you chose the card in the thumbnail with the blue border or the 3 of Wands, this is your reading on what cycles are incomplete for alignment with your future spouse. Let's get into it. Messages for pile 2. What cycles are, oh my goodness, those two came out immediately. 7 of Cups. Oh, and that burned my candle out. And the High Priestess. Spirit said immediately. Intuition. Let's relight these candles real quick. Okay, pile 2 is already pissing me off a little bit. All right, pile 2, we're so back. So already, before I even get into it, pile 2, Spirit has a message here for those of you who have gifts of dreaming or astral projection. Spirit is saying, you know what cycle is incomplete for alignment with your future spouse. We tell you all the time what you need to work on, and we show you messages through your dreams, because the 7 of Cups can be a card of options and fantasies, but also dreaming. And the High Priestess is all about psychic and intuitive insights, and these most often come to us in our dreams. Let's keep going. What cycles are incomplete for pile 2's alignment with their future spouse, future long-term partner, their lover? 6 of Cups. Yeah, so this is primarily about reconciling with your past and also your inner child. So Spirit is literally saying, to be quite honest for you, pile 2, the cycle that's incomplete for you, for your alignment with your future spouse, is honoring your inner child. Honoring your inner child as in acknowledging it, but also healing and resolving anything with regards to your childhood or your inner child. There's plenty of different angles to work on that and to look from. Spirit is also saying there's plenty of different vantage points, right? Because the High Priestess can also be a vantage point of intuition, higher self. But Spirit is saying, you know that there's something that needs to be closed out or healed, or something that you haven't processed with regards to your inner child. And for everyone, that is different. Okay, pile 2. Sometimes it's not going to be as deep as it is for everyone. Sometimes it's not major childhood trauma. Sometimes it's just core beliefs that we created for ourselves when we were younger. Like, it wasn't until I went off to college that I thought of myself as attractive, because growing up in my city and being in school around people I'd known for such a long time, no one ever wanted to date me. No one ever ever told me I was cute or pretty. No one ever flirted with me. No one ever flirted with me head on in a way that I could understand or know clearly in, say, middle school or high school. And then I literally felt, when I went to my first party in college, I literally felt like a light bulb had turned on within me some way, somehow, and people could see me all of a sudden because people were joking about dating me, thinking about it. Clearly it was on their minds. People were telling me I was pretty. People were asking me out. People were romantically interested in me. People were also rejecting me. So maybe it's just a small core belief that you haven't thought about that is sort of running in the background of your life and keeping you out of alignment with your future spouse, long-term partner, soulmate, or true love. And Spirit is just asking us to bring that together, integrate it, that way you can move forward. Clarify the Seven of Cups, please, Spirit. Clarify the Seven of Cups upright. And just so you know, Pile 2, this is going to be a quicker reading today. As I was saying in Pile 1, I'm feeling quite exhausted today, but I really just wanted to come out here and deliver your Future Spouse Friday message because you deserve it and the people need to know. But also, I've been having a lot of technical difficulties. As you can see, my setup is different. But again, I really wanted to deliver this message to you today. So the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Swords, and Spirit is doubling down on this concept of dreaming and restless nights. Spirit is saying, in order to integrate your inner child, you might need to do some dream work, some work on the astral plane, cleaning up your vibration on the astral plane, or honoring that you do sort of receive messages and you can hear source or spirit more clearly through your dreams. I'm also getting someone who may struggle with deep anxiety about their self-worth and their self-perception. Okay, I just tapped into something with that one. What's the message as you want me to say it, Spirit? Spirit is saying it keeps you up at night. You're worried that you're insignificant or you never became what you thought you would be as a child. Life looks so different for you than you thought it would look at this age. You're never quite sure if you're actually moving towards your path. This is a channel, by the way. This is me channeling. You're never quite sure if you're moving towards your path, if you're on your path, or frankly, if you have any purpose whatsoever. It feels like you still have all the tools and all the options laid out in front of you, and yet somehow those tools feel insuitable and you still find yourself not knowing what you're doing. You're frustrated and tormented at night because all you can do is think and overthink about everything you did wrong that day, everything that you didn't do, everything that you didn't accomplish. And now I hear you in this channeling, Pile 2. What's the point? That's the resounding question that you ask yourself each night as you toss and turn to try and get to sleep. But Spirit is saying, you know the point. The point and the purpose is within you, and it comes to you at night in these dreams, and you forget it by morning, by the time you wake up. Spirit is calling you, Pile 2, to write down your dreams, take note of your dreams, say them out loud, to remind yourself of your discoveries at night, because their Spirit is delivering your messages to you at night through your dreams, but you have to honor them enough to stay aware of them and write them down to use them to move forward. Okay, let's clarify that High Priestess, Pile 2. Whoa, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Okay, I'm not gonna relight the candles. Y'all see all that? Of course you didn't see. That candle just spilled all of the wax entirely. Oh my goodness. I am going to relight the candle. I lied. Did I hit the camera again? I'm overstimulated, Pile 2. See, and I can feel that energy from you as well, Pile 2. That's what it comes down to. You're overwhelmed and overstimulated. And so already Spirit is telling me one of the cycles that's incomplete for you, Pile 2, is a need to rest. To go within the self and simply to be and to rest. Spirit is saying you've met your future spouse or long-term partner on the astral plane, Pile 2. You know who they are. Spirit has given you the heightened awareness and intuition. But in order to align with them, you're getting those steps on the astral plane too. You gotta tap in and remember your dreams. Clarify the Six of Cups. What is going on with my deck right now? Oh my goodness. Clarify the Six of Cups. Sometimes we just have to show up and be consistent, even if it seems things are in opposition to us, Pile 2. This might not be the most ideal reading for you, Pile 2. It might look like I'm a little bit too cramped, I'm annoyed, I'm tired, and all of those things may be true, Pile 2. But sometimes we just still got to show up. Six of Cups, clarified by the Two of Swords. So, Pile 2, this is literally saying you're at odds with yourself and you're constantly fighting yourself and fighting against your intuition. And that is the cycle that's incomplete for you, Pile 2. Stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting your intuition. We have the Queen of Swords as the bottom of the deck, and then that Sun was peeking out as well. Spirit is saying the overall energy for this reading is someone who needs to take on more sovereignty and boundaries within their life in order to complete the cycles that will allow them to align with their future spouse, okay? And the fact that the Sun is under that Queen of Swords tells me, Pile 2, that the new dawn is coming and you are going to be able to move forward in this relationship with them, Pile 2, but you cannot align with this Two of Cups if you're at odds with yourself, if you don't want to honor that you have the gift that comes through dreaming in the astral plane, and you already know who this is, and also trusting yourself. And Spirit is saying with that Queen of Swords, having boundaries with yourself about what kind of self-talk and self-belief you will tolerate from yourself. How you talk to yourself, Pile 2, you're never talking to yourself as an adult. When you say mean things or critical things of yourself to yourself, you're talking to that inner child version of you. So Spirit is also asking you to have more grace. Yes, Spirit literally just told me, they said, your words cut. You talk to yourself with knives. So negative self-talk has to stop and complete in order for you to align with your future spouse as well, Pile 2. Let's take some more tarot cards for you, Pile 2. I can't recall if I said it, but today's readings are going to be a little bit quicker just because, again, I want to get the message out for one. And as I mentioned, it's been a little bit taxing getting to this point, but I couldn't disappoint y'all on Future Spouse Friday. Let's get more to the story, Spirit. Messages for Pile 2. What cycles are incomplete for their alignment with their future spouse? The Tower. Okay, there might be a message for you in Pile 1 because we did see that card come out. More messages for Pile 2, please, Spirit. Oh my goodness. I just got such a winded, heavy energy. Five of Pentacles. Yes, so there's a scarcity mindset that you have, and I think this is in regards to your self-worth and how other people see you and if you're good enough. There's a scarcity mindset, and Spirit is saying that's dead. This lack of ability to see oneself with clarity, kindness, and compassion is over with. Spirit is saying we're decimating that. We are leveling it down to the ground because we hold a high vision for you, and we don't want to keep you from alignment with your future spouse, pile 2. So we're going to force you into a circumstance where this has to be dismantled or confronted or both, because this lack and this scarcity with regards to who you are, it's not a means that will allow you to align with your future spouse. And then Spirit has an alternative message. Some of you are coming to terms with your sexuality, 4 of Cups. And I know this because literally when I was delivering that message about this scarcity mindset with regards to your self-worth, Spirit gave me RuPaul's famous quote where RuPaul says, if you don't love yourself, how in the hell can you love anybody else? Can I get an amen? So someone is resonating with a lack of self-love and self-worth in general. And then there's also a message for some of you who are in the LGBTQIA plus community and haven't acknowledged that or honored that. And Spirit is saying that's over with. The closet don't exist anymore. Circumstances will come out and you will have to reconcile with the truth of who you are and accept yourself. And then we have the 4 of Cups, which says seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life. This is speaking of a huge scarcity mindset and dissatisfaction with you and your self-worth. Why is your ire turned inwards? The world is already a harmful place for us, which you know of all people, pile 2, because that voice that you have in your head that's saying you're not good enough didn't come from you as a child. We literally see the motif of an inner child again here, pile 2, because we have a little girl who's playing on the beach, playing with seashells. Spirit is asking you to interrogate for yourself whose voice, whose words are you looping in your head when you take those words, turn them into knives and cut yourself with them. Please excuse the siren. Now that I've chosen to film one time at home, of course we got 2 motorcycles and sirens, but Spirit is saying, Spirit's calling attention to it. Clarify the Tower, please, Spirit. What cycles are incomplete for alignment, pile 2's alignment with their future spouse? Okay, not the motorcycle came right after that too. Like I wasn't just talking about the motorcycle. 1 card, please, Spirit. Clarify the Tower. That's crazy. Oh, that one. Oh my goodness. Such a strong energy on that card. Yes, 10 of Cups. Spirit is saying we're calling this scarcity mindset to be struck down, pile 2, because just as they said earlier, if you don't love yourself, how in the hell can you love somebody else? Can I get an amen? They said you ain't never gonna manifest the 10 of Cups with that attitude. You ain't never gonna get the 10 of Cups, because if you don't love yourself, pile 2, why would somebody else want to love you? If you don't create an inviting space that says, I'm free to be loved and cared for, pile 2, why would somebody come in? Let's clarify that 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, Spirit is calling me to talk about money right now, because Spirit is saying, think about it. If I wanted to go out to eat and you always broke, why would I keep coming around you to go out to eat? If I don't have no money and you don't have no money, we ain't gonna go anywhere. So in this clarification, Spirit is showing you what's possible with the dismantling of this tower. And this tower is literally the cycle that is coming to a close. And Spirit is saying where you once had this dismantling of this cycle show up, you will then have 10 of Cups. Where you once had the 5 of Pentacles, this lack of scarcity, you will have the Ace of Pentacles. You will have the ultimate self-love. You will have the ultimate abundance, and you will be able to manifest these things within your material realm because you've internalized the truth of your worth and value. And the crazy thing, Pal, too, is you're so preoccupied with your self-worth and your value, but Spirit is never preoccupied with this, because Spirit knows you matter. Spirit loves you infinitely and abundantly, and Spirit never questions your worth, your value, what you mean to them, and whether you belong. You're never misunderstood by Spirit. Clarify the Four of Cups, please, Spirit. Let's close it out. For Pile 2, what cycles are incomplete for Pile 2's alignment with their future spouse? Oh, and Spirit just gave another message here. Spirit said, and guess what? Your true love, your future spouse, your long-term partner, they ain't going to be preoccupied with how worthless you are either. They're going to be someone who loves you and sees you for the best parts of yourself, sees you for who you truly are. Clarify the Four of Cups. Come on, Page of Swords. Literally, the Page of Swords is a very analytical and perceptive energy. And so Spirit is literally doubling down in confirmation on what I just said, which is that your future spouse is going to see you for who you are and see the truth of your worth and your value to them. And Spirit is saying they're going to see everything. They're also going to see you as an exciting new challenge. What? Words? They're going to see you as an exciting new challenge, but they're not going to give up on you just because you can't see yourself. When Spirit says they're perceptive and analytical, Spirit is confirming and saying, yes, they are intuitive. They can see the different facets and aspects of different things in different scenarios. So why do you think they won't be able to see your value? And Spirit is saying you're going to end up with a future spouse or long-term partner who you have such a high regard and love for, that in such a belief in their ability to like see and judge others, that they're going to shift your view on yourself as well. Because when they say they love you or you have a good heart, because you know how they assess people and you trust their character, you're going to start to believe this about yourself by proxy. Pile 2, that is your reading on what cycles are incomplete for alignment with your future spouse, long-term partner, soulmate, future lover. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know it was a bit short, but it was such a pleasure to read for you, as it always is, and I look forward to reading for you soon. Pile 3, if you chose the card in the thumbnail with the purple border or the Queen of Swords, this is your reading on what cycles are incomplete for alignment with your future spouse. Let's get into it. Today's reading is going to be a lot quicker, just because it's been quite an effort to get here. Today has been very draining and taxing for me, but I said to myself, no, I have to bring these people their messages, Spirit, on Future Spouse Friday. I cannot disappoint them because the collective wants to be in love, and you are no exception, Pile 3. Here we have the Queen of Wands. So if the readings are a little bit shorter, deal with it. I'm not going to apologize. But also the messages that have been coming through for this reading have been a lot more concise and very clear. So I think it's really going to resonate for you. What cycles are incomplete for Pile 3's alignment with their future spouse? Okay. Seven of Cups. Ooh, okay. So Queen of Wands is giving big sexy. And then we have the Seven of Cups. I have my thoughts on this, but I want to see what Spirit says. Messages for Pile 3. What cycles are incomplete for their alignment with their future spouse? Four of Cups. Pile 3, I'm getting a very specific energy of a like seductor or seductress type energy, and an overall dissatisfaction that tells me you're wielding your divine feminine energy or your divine energy in general in a way that is both dissatisfactory to you, harmful in a sort of way, and it gives you access to a lot of options, maybe even sexual partners, maybe options in careers. It gives you a lot of people, like I'm getting the image of someone in a party who feels empty, and yet there's so many people around them all the time, but truly they feel dissatisfaction. And this dissatisfaction has to do with feeling alone. It also has to do with not being able to see the truth of what is real around you. It has to do with a little bit of boredom. And also, Spirit is telling me, Pile 3, you have a nasty habit of not acknowledging your blessings enough. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. So, Spirit, what cycles are incomplete for their alignment with their future spouse? Are you telling them they're going to get ugly? No. The Tower. So this has come up in every single reading. And now I'm understanding with this Tower card that Spirit is showing the Tower because Spirit is saying this is the pivot point of the cycle. So actually, the cycle that's incomplete for you, Pile 3, isn't too grand. Like I'm getting for you, Pile 3, there are several little things within your vibration that you need to clean up in order to align with your future spouse, long-term partner, soulmate, divine counterpart. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't say that for every pile. So if you identify as being a twin flame, that might have been confirmation or a message for you. Spirit is saying, unlike piles 1 and 2, you don't really have like one concise, very obvious thing. So that leads me to believe, Pile 3, you're in closer proximity to your future spouse than the other two piles are. But Spirit is saying it's time to, refine yourself and really see yourself beyond just your attractiveness, and also find a way to hone your energy in order to not be so surrounded by simply options. Because even in this Four of Cups, she's surrounded by options to play with, but Spirit is bringing her a seashell directly from God, directly from Spirit. And she's playing over here with these, man-made, man-found seashells. And Spirit is saying, you're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to find your future spouse if you're over here playing with all the options simply because you can. Here's the message. And that's why Spirit put the Queen of Wands there. And that's why Spirit mentioned like some sort of manipulation. You are perverting your divine energy, Pile 3. You think because you're magnetic and you have such clear divinity and others find you attractive. And I'm not just talking about physically. People gravitate towards you. People feel called to you. There's an energy that you have about yourself and a light that shines around you. And Spirit said, you're too busy shining it in front of all these people in all these different environments and not discerning where and who you shine this light out to, that this is just flirting and perversion of your own energy. Why do you feel a need to do this to keep people entertained? This is not why I gave you this gift for. Spirit is literally saying, in the movies, like when the parents have a young daughter who is, coming into being attractive and she's just like flirting with boys because she doesn't have anything to do. Spirit is saying, read a book, go do something, go do stuff. Instead of just being outside all the time, read, travel, find your purpose. Spirit wants you to understand you are more than just your light. You are more than just the attractiveness we've given you. Again, that isn't just talking about physical attractiveness, but for some of you, you are more than just the sex object that you're presenting yourself to be. And that is not gendered, okay? You could be he, she, or they, them, okay? Or zir. I don't know who you are. I don't know who I'm reading this for, but you are more than just your body parts. You are more than just your light, and Spirit has given you a divine purpose. And when you're pretending to only be that, you're not going to recognize when Spirit brings that true divine partner. Because guess what? Once Spirit offers this seashell, all of these options become obsolete. They're never going to go anywhere. Once Spirit comes in with destiny, with fate, with your path, free will, it just turns into wasting time. A lot of y'all need to realize that there is free will and there is destiny. We talk about them like they're mutually exclusive. Spirit put us on this earth and gave us both. There is free will, meaning some things are not preordained, and then there is destiny, what science calls fixed points in time. Yes, the universe is infinite and ever expanding, meaning it is always in a constant state of creation and exploration. Yes, but there are also fixed points in time. This is science. There is free will and there is destiny, but hear this, know this, Pile 3. Once destiny comes into play, once the wheel starts to turn, free will becomes obsolete. Free will becomes twiddling your thumbs. When you're looking for your future spouse, your life partner, your soulmate, and Spirit brings that person in, but you go, I'll play with that later. I'm going to entertain. All of these people become boring, and destiny becomes fascinating because it's destiny. Where you once had this gravitational pull, this now has a gravitational pull because it's coming directly from source energy. It cannot be competed with. So Spirit is saying for you, Pile 3, what cycle is incomplete for you? Oh, you just sitting up here, playing with the options. And Spirit is saying these are useless. It's not going to go anywhere. I don't care how fine shit is. Fine shit ain't your future spouse, ain't your future husband, ain't your future wife, ain't your future thief husband, okay? Clarify the 7 of Cups. Upright. Clarify it for me now, Spirit. Spirit literally just told me, you playing. Yeah, we have the 7 of Cups clarified by judgment. Spirit is saying it's time to make a judgment call. Is you playing games or is you getting married? Is you playing games or is you wifey? Is you playing games or is you a life partner? Is you playing games or is you getting common law married? Which is it? You can't have both. You doing the free will thing or you walking in your destiny and in your purpose? Are you shining your light to others who don't care what your light was meant to do on this earth? They just enjoy to bask in the little piece of divinity that you have within you and take from it. Because I'll tell you this, Pile 3, once that divine connection comes into the picture, and you're gonna know it, and you keep focusing on these little false flames, that's what Spirit called me to say. You keep focusing on them, then all they're going to be doing is draining you. That's it. They're energy mining for you. Is that what you're looking for? Then the cycle continues until you take accountability and you break it and you stop twiddling your thumbs and you walk in your purpose and you walk in your destiny. 4 of Cups clarified by the 2 of Pentacles. You're juggling. Spirit is saying you've been juggling and trying to oscillate between free will, destiny, free will, divine purpose. No, ain't gonna work like that no more. They said we allowed it for a little bit, but now your number's coming up. You're gonna walk in destiny and clock this. What's the bottom of the deck? 8 of Cups. Spirit is saying you're going to walk away. You're going to get bored. You're going to get used. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to feel meaningful. It's going to feel aimless. It's going to feel purposeless. You're going to feel you've wasted your energy. You're going to feel you've wasted your light. And it will naturally come to a close. Let's get more tarot cards for you. I want to get more to the story on this for you, Pile 3, because I don't think I've ever had a reading like this. What cycles are incomplete for Pile 3 to align with their future spouse? Okay, Spirit said you over here playing. They not with that. This one. Come on, 2 of Cups. You walked away and boom. Who showed up? The real deal Holyfield. You hit that 8 of Cups and who showed up? 2 of Cups. And what's 8 plus 2? Getting to the numerology. 10 of Cups. Bow. What cycles are incomplete? 10 of Swords. Okay, Spirit ain't playing with you today. They said it's done. So for you, Pile 3, the cycle is nearly complete. Spirit is saying this cycle is on its way out with the quickness, and you are very close to alignment with your future spouse. So if you've been feeling that energy, that's a confirmation for some of you. Come on, the Empress. You literally, oh my goodness. If I had glasses, I would smack them down, because that's tendernism. Okay? You started, Pile 3, as the Queen of Wands, which is the second most attractive card in the deck, only second to the Empress. Spirit is saying you're finally crystallizing and understanding your divine light and your divine energy and your divine purpose and self-worth. And you are embodying, once you close this need to entertain others with your light as if it's a party trick, you embody the Empress. You embody the Empress. You walk away from things that aren't serving you, and boom, future spouse is coming. So for you, Pile 3, very, very good work. Clarify the 2 of Cups, Spirit. Very good. Oh my goodness. Very good work, Pile 3. It seems like you're definitely aligning with your soul. Yes, 2 of Cups clarified by the Page of Wands. That is Spirit saying a little offer of passion is what's going to align you and put you on the path with your future spouse. And you might not take it seriously because you're so used to people clamoring over themselves to keep you entertained when you were in your most attractive, most gravitational energy, that you might not recognize that this Page of Wands is an earnest attempt and an earnest flame of passion for you and your future spouse. Clarify the 10 of Swords. Clarify the 10 of Swords, please, Spirit. This one, they said. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, yes, you're walking away from things that are no longer worth investing in, meaning you're getting to a point of boredom, Pile 3, with all these options that don't go anywhere. As I said, once destiny shows up, free will holds no weight. It just feels boring. It just feels like you're wasting time. And so Spirit is saying you close that door and you finally acknowledge and honor Spirit's blessings, and you choose that it's finally time to move forward with your future spouse, divine counterpart, divine partner, life partner. You finally choose to invest in your destiny over casual dating, Tinder, Hinge, all these little apps. Why they always bird apps, okay? You finally let the birds go. That's what Spirit's saying. Clarify the Empress. Beautiful reading so far, Pile 3. Take us home. Tell me about this Empress. Which one? Both of them. Come on, Knight of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. Yes, Spirit said, boom. And just like that, Pile 3, you move slowly. You move slowly and invest in stability. A partner that can provide you with all your soul has craved, the stability and the true nature of love that your soul has craved. Slowly but surely, you build a long-standing, meaningful, long-term partnership or relationship or marriage with this person, and you do it from a place of true embodiment and from a place of destiny and purpose. What a beautiful way to close out this reading, Pile 3. I hope this message resonated for you. Thank you so much for joining me. It was such a pleasure to read for you today, as it always is, and I hope the messages resonated. Thank you so much for watching today's reading on what cycles are incomplete for alignment with your future spouse, this Future Spouse Fridays. It was such a pleasure to read for you today, as it always is, my beautiful Cosmo Collective. If you want to join and be a part of the Cosmo Collective, go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that delicious good stuff. And always remember, I have fresh tarot insights weekly, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for you. And if no one told you today, or no one ever told you, I love you to the moon and back.